Hey, I'm Maria Bailey of Mom TV, and I love getting together with a bunch of my girlfriends here. Shannon, Shannon, what's the blog that you used to have?
Yeah, once upon a time when I wrote on it, from CribstoCarKeys.com.
Yeah, but she hangs out here with Amy. You guys all know Amy from
ResourcefulMommy.com.
Okay, so we're just chatting here in New York because, after all, we're hanging out in the basement. So you wanted to talk about
Doc McStuffins, yeah.
I missed that whole thing. What's it about?
Okay, so Doc McStuffins is a little girl who actually is a doctor for stuffed animals. So she repairs all of their boo-boos.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And it's a Disney character, right?
It's Disney Junior, original series.
So what do you like about it?
Well, I have a 2.5-year-old niece, and she's obsessed with it. So I just like how excited she is about a show that has a good message, and it's got, really quality graphics, and it's very original. And it's just nice to see her excited about something that is actually enjoyable.
And Shannon's got all boys. Yeah. What are your boys excited about, besides girls?
I have one that actually will watch Doc McStuffins. My 5-year-old boy will watch Doc McStuffins. What they are into right now is, for one, the Skylanders, the Nintendo... PlayStation. Right. Yeah, that's a big one around my house right now. They like collecting the different figures and building them up in the game. And they showed today that they've got some Mega Bloks products coming out for that. I'm excited to see those.
Did you see that Mega Bloks Barbie house? Did you see that?
No.
Oh my God, Mega Bloks is coming out with Barbies on the 12th of December. Moms will be lining up for that. I mean, I like it because finally, your daughters can play with Barbies, but they can actually be engineers and, put it all together.
Actually build something themselves, yeah.
Because it's everybody wants us just to, another doll with fashion, so.
Right. Oh, and the Lego Friends line, did you see that? My daughter has some of that stuff and loves it. And so I'm excited for her to get more this Christmas.
Okay, so let's shift gears. We've been talking about toys. So let's talk about toys. Anybody read 50 Shades of Grey?
I wrote that.
You wrote it? Amy wrote that?
I can't read it. I don't know. This is what I think, and I'll be totally honest. There are people who live it, and there are people who read it. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, Shannon, would you be the live it or the read it?
We won't talk about that here.
Oh, I had a girlfriend who actually, her husband came home with some of the apparatuses from the book, and she found them on the kitchen table, and she's like, "What is that doing there?" And he goes, "Well, because they're from 50 Shades of Grey," and she's like, "Well, how do you know about those?" So now, we've opened this whole can of worms. Are men secretly reading 50 Shades of Grey? What do you think?
I think they're reading all the hype and think that we're all secretly reading it and that we all want to participate in all that. My husband knows better than I think I read that book.
Wow.
I'll admit I read it.
Yeah, I read it.
Just because. Did you read it too?
And I'm not even a reader, but I just wanted to see what the hype was.
Yeah, that was exactly it. I got tired of hearing everybody talk about it, so I had to read it.
But you know what? I was on the plane, and I was afraid to let anybody know I was reading it because... because I didn't want anyone to know.
In bed, and it just didn't for me. But I'm laying there, and I've got the pillow position just in my reader.
Because you don't want to give your husband the idea, right? Yeah. Well, no, I was, and you know what? I was on a plane with Robin Roberts, actually, and I was sitting across the aisle from her, and I was like, God, please don't let her see me reading this book. Like it would matter to her, but I was so embarrassed that I was like,
she might start a conversation.
Right. Well, then here's the other thing. I have a 18-year-old daughter. She wanted to read the book, and I was like, and her girlfriends were reading it, and I was like, I said, you know what? I'm not going to tell you can't read the book, but I don't want you to think this is realistic, because, I don't want her to think her first experience is with some kind of device that, that was a nice way to say it. Can you say vaginal balls on Mom TV? I don't know yet. But anyways, device. Yeah, now we know.
I do have to say I've liked the parodies that have come out of it. I've liked the videos of people reading it out loud and just cracking up. And one blogger actually wrote a great post about purchasing those devices and how she couldn't even stand up because she's had 6 kids and forget it. It's not realistic.
Well, yeah. So we'll do another segment on that one. I'm Maria Bailey with my two friends here, Shannon and Amy, and thanks for watching.
50 Shades of Toys.
Right. 50 Shades of Toys.